Hi everyone, John Mitchell here, the Mayor of New Bedford, and this is another installment of the Mayor's Weekly Update. So this week we have a shortened update, real quick. So I just want to let everybody know I was in Washington last week. I think folks knew that for the U.S. Conference of Mayors meeting, as well as a number of side meetings for things that are important to New Bedford. The U.S. Conference of Mayors is something that the city's belonged to for decades, and we get a lot out of it just by understanding what other cities are doing, stealing their best ideas and implementing them here, figuring out how to apply for grants. And it's our ability, well, what we've gotten out of it is more than paid for itself in terms of the grants that we've gotten and the ideas that we've brought back. As far as the side meetings go, a lot of them last week had to do with two always hot topics at the federal level: fishing and offshore wind. We had some meetings with some folks about to advance some of New Bedford's interests in both of those spheres, and I think they went pretty well. So time well spent. Secondly, we received a grant for some more electric school buses. The school department doesn't own these buses. Our vendors do. The city has a number of vendors, private companies that own the school buses and provide those services. But it's good that they're getting electric school buses that are funded by the federal government, and it lowers emissions, and it's more cost effective in the long run. So we have 24 electric school buses that are in use in the city now, which is quite something. These things hardly existed just a few years ago, so it's a nice advancement of our climate efforts, but it also puts us on the leading edge of the use of electric school buses around the country. So we appreciate the help that we got from our federal delegation to land those. The last thing I just want to say is, this time of year, there aren't a lot of events going on. It's the end of January, beginning of February. That's understandable. The weather is what it is. But what is going on, and what's always been really big here in Greater New Bedford, is high school sports. The high school sports teams at all of our high schools, the city's schools, New Bedford High and Voc Tech, as well as all the region schools across Greater New Bedford, are playing all the winter sports now: the basketball games, wrestling, and swimming, everything else that they do in winter, indoor track, of course, hockey. And I usually say this time of year: we in Greater New Bedford don't have a professional sports team here. Most folks root for either the Boston teams or somebody else. We don't have a major college sports program here. High school sports is big in our area, and the rivalries are a terrific thing. They bring people together, and it's always great to run into people you played against in high school and talk about that, and then how things are going today. Watch your kids go through the same thing. It's always been a great experience for me personally, but I raise it only just to encourage people to get out and cheer on those teams. We appreciate all the work of the coaches and the parents supporting the coaches in those programs. We've got great programs, great people leading them, and again, across Greater New Bedford. And so, hopefully you'll get a chance to take a look, to go out and watch one of the games if you get a chance, even if you don't have a loved one playing. It's always a lot of fun. So I commend that to you as a winter activity. Anyway, that's been my Mayor's Update this week. We'll see you next week.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together,
we should still make an effort.
To get to know each other
on a deeper level.
Father,
cosplayer,
mentor,
actor.
It's time we take a step forward.
Come together
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.